Chapter 4. That night Minley could not sleep. Ma's words echoed in her ears, and when she closed her eyes, she saw Ba's hand, shaking from hard work, feeding the goldfish. Ma's right, Minley thought to herself. The goldfish is just another mouth to feed. I can't let Ba feed the goldfish. Ma and Ba work so hard for every grain of rice. Ba shouldn't have to feed the goldfish, too. Minley slipped quietly out of her bed and crept to the table where the goldfish was. They stared at each other, and Minley knew what she had to do. Quickly slipping on her shoes and jacket, she took the goldfish and left the house. It was late. The village was quietly asleep, and the stars above filled the sky like spilled salt on dried seaweed. Minley's footsteps seemed to hush the night as she made her way toward the Jade River. At the edge of the river, Minley looked at her goldfish one last time. The moon shone above so even in the darkness of the night, the fish seemed to burn a bright orange. Its black eyes sparkled at her. "I'm sorry I can't keep you," Minley whispered. "I hope you will be all right in the river." And with those words, she emptied the bowl into the water. For a moment, the fish seemed shocked and was still, like a flickering flame on a match. Then it wiggled in the water and swam in circles, a joyful fire twirling in the water. Minley watched it and sighed. As the sound faded into the night, Minley realized it was an echo of her mother's impatient, frustrated noise. "Ma will never stop sighing unless our fortune changes. But how will it ever change?" Minley asked ruefully. "I guess that is just another question for the Old Man of the Moon. Too bad no one knows how to get to Never-Ending Mountain to ask him anything." The fish stopped swimming and looked up at Minley. "I know where it is," it said. The female voice was high and soft, like the wind whistling through the reeds of the water. Minley stared. "Did you say something?" she asked. "Yes," the fish said. "I know how you can get to Never-Ending Mountain and ask the Old Man of the Moon a question." "You're a talking fish?" Minley asked, her words tumbling into each other with excitement. "How can you talk?" "Most fish talk," the fish said, "if you are willing to listen. One, of course, must want to hear." "I do," Minley said, enthralled and eager. This was just like one of Ba's stories. She bubbled with excitement. "How do you know the way to Never-Ending Mountain?" "I've swum all the oceans and rivers, except for one," the fish said. "And on my way to the last, the goldfish man caught me. I despaired in his cart, for I have seen and learned much of the world, including the way to Never-Ending Mountain. Since you have set me free, I will tell you." "You've swum all the oceans and rivers?" Minley asked. The question spilled like overflowing water. "Which river have you seen? Why have you traveled so much? Where is Never-Ending Mountain? When did—" "This river is the one river I have not swum," the fish interrupted, "and I have waited a long time to see it, so I would like to start as soon as possible. You can ask the Old Man of the Moon all your other questions. Let me tell you the way to him so I can be off." Minley nodded and asked no more. She realized she was having a conversation with the goldfish, which was very unusual, so she decided to listen.